Christmas, typically a season of joy, togetherness, and warmth, has metamorphosed into an unending nightmare that plagues me incessantly. This chilling tale began when I was just a vulnerable and innocent 10-year-old, defenseless against the looming darkness. It was a night that would etch itself into the deepest recesses of my memories. My mother, Laura, was spinning a bedtime story for me and my older brother Steve as we nestled under our covers. Her soothing voice took on an eerie tone in the dimly lit room. "Did you enjoy the story, dear?" my mother inquired. "Yes, Mum," I replied, trying to ignore the unsettling undertones of her narrative. "It's time to sleep now, darling. By the time you wake up tomorrow, your father will be back home and we'll see what Santa has left for you," she said, attempting to reassure me. "Mum, the Grinch wasn't truly bad, was he?" I asked, my voice quivering. "No, sweetheart," she replied with a hint of uncertainty. "He was just misunderstood. When the spirit of Christmas touched his heart, he changed for the better." A sinister hush hung in the air as my brother Steve interjected, his words dripping with malevolence. "Don't pay attention to that nonsense, Jen," he sneered. "It's a story for gullible children." "What do you mean?" I asked, my unease growing. "In the real story," Steve continued, "the Grinch is a monstrous creature who yearns to steal Christmas by devouring innocent children." Dread washed over me, but before I could respond, our mother intervened, urging us to stop discussing the Grinch and go to sleep. We begrudgingly complied, though my apprehension continued to mount in the oppressive darkness. With the room enshrouded in shadows, I lay still, my senses heightened by a creeping sense of dread. My brother's voice punctuated the silence, his words laced with cruelty. "Steve, is it true that the Grinch is coming to devour me?" I whispered. "Are you still fixated on that, Jen?" Steve scoffed. "The Grinch won't come for you, you're too insignificant," he taunted. "I'm not insignificant," I protested, my voice quaking with fear. "Indeed you are," Steve hissed. "If anything, the Grinch would be more inclined to consume me first. I am far more alluring than you." "No, you're cruel and vile," I countered, trembling with unease. In a desperate bid to silence my tormentor, I threatened to inform our mother, hoping it would quell my brother's taunting. However, my warning was met with an eerie silence, and an ominous feeling began to creep over me. I called out to Steve, who remained strangely silent. "Steve, are you there?" I implored. In response, a hand emerged from beneath my bed, gripping my mattress. It was not my brother's hand. It was long, gnarled, and adorned with filthy green hair. Panic surged through me as I recoiled in terror. "Who are you? What do you want?" I stammered. "I'll tell Mum and Dad," I threatened, my voice quivering. Ignoring my threats, the hand withdrew slowly, revealing the grotesque visage of the creature lurking beneath my bed. Its eyes glowed with malevolent shades of red and yellow, fixated on me with a hatred that sent shivers down my spine. "Mum, it's the Grinch!" I screamed, my cries echoing into the void. With a vice-like grip, the hand clamped onto my leg, dragging me inexorably into the sinister abyss beneath my bed. I struggled and thrashed, but the relentless pull persisted. Desperation consumed me as I called out for help, but there was no one to hear my pleas. Then, abruptly, the hand ceased its relentless assault as the room was flooded with light. My father had returned home from work, and relief washed over me. Yet, my mother and brother were nowhere to be found. Life coursed back into my body, and I ran as fast as my trembling legs could carry me. "We have to go now, Dad," I urged, my voice fraught with terror. My father, bewildered by my frantic demeanour, followed me as we sprinted outside. But then he stopped, turning to me with a puzzled expression. "What's wrong, honey? Where's your mum and brother?" In response, I could only muster a trembling utterance. The Grinch. My father, baffled and disoriented, returned to the house to investigate, but it was the last time I saw him. In the ensuing days, a futile police investigation yielded no evidence or clues. My account was dismissed as a delusion, and with no family to care for me, my neighbours graciously took me in as their own. They became my new family, providing the love and support I so desperately needed to heal. Yet every Christmas, I am left alone with my memories and fears. I extinguished the lights, clutching a weapon, ready to confront the malevolent force that once terrorised me. For in the shadows of Christmas, the Grinch still lurks, and I remain vigilant, waiting for his sinister return.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow wanderers through the twisted corridors of the unknown, you've just endured the harrowing journey of a Christmas transformed into a haunting nightmare. I'm your guide through these chilling tales, and this is Old Nicholas Black, the keeper of the shadows. As you reflect on the unsettling echoes of this Christmas horror, remember that the Grinch's malevolence may not be confined to fiction. The shadows conceal mysteries darker than the night, and sometimes, the nightmares refuse to fade away. If this spine-tingling tale has ignited your thirst for more tales from the abyss, don't let the darkness devour your curiosity. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and be the first to receive our bone-chilling stories as we unravel the secrets hidden in the shadows. As you gather around your own Christmas festivities, keep one eye on the flickering candlelight and the other on the encroaching darkness. For in the quiet corners of the holiday, the Grinch may still be lurking, waiting to unleash its sinister presence. So, dear followers of the eerie, subscribe now, and brace yourselves for the upcoming nightmares. Until then, this is your host, Old Nicholas Black, signing off and wishing you a Christmas where the only shivers you feel are from the thrill of the unknown.